We have a tradition at the show when we bring up a new guy. He gets a hearty round of booze just to get him all out of the way so he has a nice show afterwards. So let's give a hearty round of booze to Brian Ritz.
Okay, this is my first time doing stand-up. I'll hold the mic up here so you don't have to suck any dicks, Jeremy. I used to work at Subway. I was a sandwich artist, or as I like to call myself, a shartist. That was before I was a stand-up comedian. And specifically, I worked there in August, until August, this most recent August, 9 months ago. There are expecting moms who finished a 6-inch before I did. I probably saw that coming, the moms didn't. We had some customers, believe it or not, and there were some weird ones. There's this one lady who came in and started talking to me about TVs. And as you guys know, Subway is known for its 5-star customer service. So I indulged her because I had to. And she was going on and on about how she didn't understand how there were so many and what the differences were. And this lady was an older lady, but she was showing a lot of cleavage, and she had a snake tattoo on her boobs. It was kind of like a slightly saggy Mexican flag. She's pretty laid back, I think, and I joke and I say, oh, there are tons of TVs. There's DLP, HD, STD, and she was not having it. She looked at me with the vilest, most insulted look I have ever seen. Like I was Coney and I tried to abduct her kids. Or I said that the Boston Marathon was a refreshing change of pace in the news. Which I didn't because I don't watch the news. But, so I had to think quick on my feet. I didn't want to insult someone at Subway because I want to protect the brand reputation. So I said, oh, standard television definition out of my ass. And she bought it, so she was fine, but I wasn't. I was a little frustrated because I guess it was probably because I worked at Subway, not because of her. But I decided to take what was mine, and I looked up from the veggies, my hand's still deep in the pickle bucket, and I just said, to make her feel guilty for making me feel guilty. And it worked. Her face was as easy to read as her saggy snake boobs. So there's a German word that I don't know how to pronounce. It means pretty much you find pleasure in other people's misfortunes. Schadenfreude, yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I schadenfreude so hard at that moment. It later occurred to me that she probably had AIDS. AIDS, like volunteering, what a smooth comedy transition. I volunteer with Stripes here. That's the sober ride service. It's pretty much used by people. It's pretty much used by people who don't have slaves or frat pledges, as they call them. And this isn't going to be like a frat guys are douches, go Reddit thing. Because I have friends who are frat asses, and they're pretty cool. They're good guys. They do well in school, and they're past the phase where every sentence ends with, I just slayed some puss. Yeah, that's a thing, I just crushed it. And they're past that, which is nice. And I mean, I sometimes try to be fratty, look at how it goes right now. One time there was a 6-year-old walking down the street, and I called him a G because he was wearing cargo shorts. Little bitch. But yeah, Stripes is for people who go to Harpo's to spend $30 to drunkenly throw their iPhones in toilets as well, but they can't afford a cab. And that sounds judgmental, so know that I've done my fair share of drunk things. My freshman year of college, I was riding the elevator, and I decided that, hey, this is a good time to whip it out and pee. So I whipped it out and I peed. And about midway through, I noticed that the elevator was coming to a stop and the doors were opening. So just in the nick of time, I zipped up and midstream, keep in mind, I zipped up and I looked up and I saw my RA standing there. So I just said, hey, someone peed on the walls, you, yuck. And then I just kind of ran. I got up midway up the stairs when I couldn't really keep it in anymore and I continued peeing. My pants are still on. And I was going to say that I finished, but I didn't want you to think I was some weirdo who peed and then masturbated. I masturbate and then pee. Alright, that's all the time I have.